This is Ann Stenson, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Unity in Harlem's Sunday Worship Service for Sunday, December 11th, 2022. Continuing with this month's theme of Celebrate Darkness, today's topic is What You Don't Know, You Don't Know. Our opening celebration song by the soulful Marie Poncé is No Longer Slaves by Ricky Byers.
Isn't it great to be free from the inside things that we don't really want to look at? No longer slaves. If you keep it in front of you, it can't attack you from behind. Real. Woo-hoo. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies till all my fears are gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again into a family. Your blood runs through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. Ooh, oh, sing your freedom. Oh, oh, you. My fears are drowned in perfect love. You rescued me so I could stand and sing. I am a child of God. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. My fears are drowned in perfect love. You rescued me so I could stand and sing. I am a child of God. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. My fears are drowned in perfect love. You rescued me so I could stand and sing. I am a child of God. You know, it's good to see what you don't want to see sometimes. Let's keep going. Hey.
Did I say the soulful Marie Poncé? Wow. Wow. That gave me chills, Marie. How beautiful. Really beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. So, the announcements for today. The Unity in Harlem Zoom connection is at 698-428-2725. By phone, you can call 929-205-6099. The passcode both ways is 777-7777. And we invite you to join us at those connections for our fellowship immediately after the Sunday service. In addition, you can use those connections to join the Tuesday study group from 6 to 8 p.m. Right now, we're reading The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth. And also, you can use those connections on Friday for the Unity in Harlem Prayer Circle from 6 to 7 p.m. The Unity in Harlem Gospelgram for December 2022 is featured on our Facebook page, UIH Facebook, and anyone wanting to speak with the minister about a personal matter should feel welcome to call 646-481-1844. Next Sunday, December 18th, continuing with our theme Celebrate Darkness, the title of the talk will be Finding Yourself in the Dark. And coming soon, a new Unity in Harlem pastoral ministry, the Unity in Harlem Prayer Center. Training dates for prayer fellows will begin in January 2023. Following these announcements, Bob Poncé will lead us in the Unity in Harlem affirmation. Orrin Hercules will read the daily word, and the word today is love. And Marie Poncé will prepare us for meditation with All Fades into God by Ricky Byers. Reverend Carol will guide the meditation, followed by her talk on the theme Celebrate Darkness. You don't know what you don't know. After a short musical interlude by Bob Poncé, Reverend Carol will lead prayer requests, tithes, and offerings, and we'll have another beautiful selection from Marie, My Dedication by Richard McDecky. Carol will read the prayer for protection, and Marie will lead us all in the peace song. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the Unity in Harlem affirmation with Bob Poncé.
Isaiah 55 verse 11 says, "So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it." Unity affirmations speak to the power of our words, and particularly the power of I am. And so we say this affirmation every Sunday to affirm our divine nature. The words are on the screen, and I invite you to say them with me. I am an abundant, radiating center of God's love and light for peace, healing, and inner truth for all.
Good Sunday morning, everyone. Today, reading of the daily word, love. I answered the call to love, embracing the world. Love is both a noun and a verb, more than just a feeling. It is one of the highest intentions I can hold, and one of the most sacred actions I can take. Love is the name and nature of God. The pulsation of oneness from the center of my heart to the farthest reaches of earthly existence. On this third Sunday of Advent, love is also a call to action, an invitation to perceive the world through the Christ presence and live as the love I am. I open my heart and let my love flow forth as kindness, gentleness, and compassion. I stayed grounded in the presence of God through my prayers, and I radiate love through my kind words and actions. I trust my loving impulses will reach far and wide. The light and joy I send forth grows and expand to encompass all things. Little children, let us love, not in word or speech, but in truth and action. 1 John 3, verse 18. Thank
It all fades into God, no matter what's happening, no matter what your past is. It all fades into a great creator who understands and loves us and knows our name. In my pain, there inside my weakness is a seed of something greater, greater in me. And the shame of not choosing higher, all the disappointing moments fade into God. I know mistakes have been made in God. All the ways that we seem to fail in God all fade. They all fade into God. No choice, prisoner of anguish, in a jail of I'm so lonely, a jail of all is lost. But the stars shining to remind us, seed will need the darkness to change into new life. And no mistake has been made in God. All the ways that we seem to fail in God all fade. All fade into God. All fade into God. In God is the gravity that holds me together. And God is the orbit in which I am spinning. I see the stars and I remember to remember. Inside my pain is the seed of my strength. In God is the gravity that holds us together. In God is the orbit in which I stand. I see the stars and I remember to remember. Inside my pain is the seed of my strength. God is my life, in God is such excellence. All the ways that we seem to fail, in God all fade. All fade into God, and no mistakes have been made in God. All the ways that we seem to fail, in God all fade. All fade into in God. The fabulous and amazing Reverend Carol J. Hunt.
And thank you to the fabulous and amazing Marie Poncé. Good morning, Unity in Harlem. How good it is to be here today, to gather as a spiritual community in support of one another and feel the energy of that spirit as it is shared in words and music, as it is shared in the willingness of volunteer service. All of it going together for the highest and best for this moment in time. I bless each one of you who have gathered with us, and thank you for being here. Let us all look forward to a marvelous service, one that continues to support who we are and our growth as children of God. Last week, I mentioned that one of our friends, some of you who knew her and saw her from time to time, Marie Claire Dubochet, was seriously ill. Marie Claire made her transition during the week. I lift her up as an example of life expressing itself. Life as we understand it. Life moving on, continuing. Life that has no beginning, has no end. Life that does not become ill. And also, I would like to say that life is expressing for our own Ann Jackson as she recovers from surgery, another healing aspect of life as we know it, expressing now. And one other example of life expressing from the pages of the news the release of Brittany Granier. Again, life, expressing freedom, healing, all examples of life as we know it, expressing as freedom, as healing, as continuing, no beginning, no end. How grateful we are to know this as a truth for ourselves. How grateful we are to express this here today. Now we take time to express this life in the quiet. In this moment of relaxation, meditation, and prayer. I invite you to become still and quiet from within. Let it start by removing any distractions that may be around you. Let it start by closing your eyes that you may not see distractions. Let it start by focusing on your breath, the breath of this life. Life flowing through us, now bringing us to this quiet place. Follow your breath, this breathing in and breathing out, which is so quieting, so necessary. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel your own rhythm as you breathe in and out. Relax, let go. Breathe in, relax, and let go. As you breathe in and out, let your thoughts go to your body. Search out any place that seems uncomfortable for whatever the reason. Breathe in deeply and send the breath to that place, to those places, and simply say, relax, let go. Relax, let go. Now think about your emotions. See where you might feel stress, strain, Are you anxious about anything? A project? What you may be doing next? Whatever it is, breathe into those places in your body that's holding the stress, holding the tension, holding the anxiety. Breathe in and send the breath. Relax. Relax, be still. Relax, be still. The many thoughts that cross your mind, let them come and let them go. Let them come, let them go. Don't stay with them, let them slide away. You can pick them up again. Set them to the side, breathe in and breathe out. Let your full attention be on your breathing. These are your thoughts. Be still and know. Relax. Let go. Peace. Be still. Peace. Be still. Breathe in, feel the breath. As you release the breath into your body and out. Center your thoughts in life, expressing as you. Center your thoughts in omnipresent life, expressing as you. Center your thoughts in life, center your thoughts in life, expressing as faith. I am that faith I seek to be. I am the faith that sees beyond all that is appearing. Always saying, there is more than what I see. I center my faith on knowing There is more. There is more for me to see and know. I celebrate faith. I center my thoughts now on strength. I am the strong man I seek to be. I am steadfast. I hold to the truth. I do not waver. I am strong in the spirit. I am strong in the Lord of my being. I stand strong. In the spirit of divine strength. I center my thoughts in life is love. I am the love I am called to be. Love made manifest as compassion, as harmony, as comfort. Love manifests through me in all these divine ways. I feel the love of spirit as it flows through me, touching every place that needs healing, needs understanding, needs support. I release and let go of love. Life manifests as me in faith and strength and love. I let go any lingering doubt. I see no shadows. I see only light. This I know. in this moment, right now. I am still, I am quiet. I am so grateful, full of thanksgiving. For the peace and truth beyond my understanding. I breathe in deeply and I release slowly. I feel the breath as it flows and exits my body. I breathe in again and breathe out. I am renewed in the spirit of life. I am refreshed. I am open and I am receptive. I am ready for all the good that is here for me now. I breathe in and out again. I give thanks in the name and nature of the Christ presence. I say yes, amen, and so it is. My friends, we continue today with the theme of Celebrate Darkness, understanding that what we call the darkness really has at its core light, light to inform you of whatever it is that you don't understand, that's in the shadows of your consciousness, that you're seeking an answer for, a direction that you want to go in. So we want to cultivate recognizing darkness as the next step of growth when you see it through your spiritual eyes. And not become anxious when the moment arrives or the time comes when you say, oh, I just don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to ask. There's no answer for this situation. And this happens to all of us. And it's not just one time. that it happens. It's a part of our life growth. And so the darkness, the unknown, is an opportunity. Last Sunday, I defined to know as the truth, omnipresent truth. This was based on Fillmore's defining darkness as ignorance. You simply don't know. And that is true, right? When we're faced with those situations I mentioned before, we just simply don't know. And so we're ignorant of what to do, where to go. But we know intuitively we don't have to be in the unknown. So this was his way of defining darkness, being ignorant. The answer was our senses respond ignorantly if not guided by spiritual intelligence. And aren't we the lucky ones, spiritually lucky, to know that our spiritual intelligence brings light to our ignorance? It is a simple response to the question of, why did you do that? Or why did you say that? How could you have gone to that place on that block? Any questions like that that form, you ask yourself, or you may be speaking to another. And then that person, or you say to yourself, well, I didn't know. I did not know any better. I made a mistake. This simple response is at the heart of our sub-theme for today. What you don't know, you don't know. What you don't know, you don't know. Who can be blamed for something they do not know? How can a person take responsibility for what was said if it was inappropriate? What they did at the time, it seemed harmless. If they went somewhere and the place was raided and they ended up in jail. Based on the fundamental underpinnings of last week's talk and Jesus's intuitive understanding, the disciples would understand someday. They would have a breakthrough to know their oneness with Spirit. He was confident of that. We are invited to be as confident. And our confidence can be, depending on situation, in the moment we understand, we have this intuitive understanding, or it could be over the long haul. You get understanding. I personally see what you don't know as a get out of jail free card. We are happy to lean into it on any given occasion. People state it in different ways. The issue of racism, for instance, from one generation to another. That happened in my grandfather's time. That was a long time ago. I don't know anything about that. I'm not a racist. I was told I would amount to nothing all my life, just like my father. I never get a break. I grew up in a poor family. We never had enough to eat. My mother and father really never talked about why. These are excuses. And the classic reinventing of the same idea is the statement, what you don't know won't hurt you. As though it is better to stay in the darkness rather than let in a glimpse of light. Ideas said as the above, stated as the above, simply refer to a deeply challenging thoughts about being a responsible person. To me, taking responsibility is never easy to do. We would rather blame another person, place, or occurrence than see where we have played a significant role, if not a major role, in what has happened. Responsibility defined, and I like this one, the state of being responsible, answerable, or accountable for something in one's power, control, or management. In other words, no place for blame, no place for excuses, no place for saying, well, you see, it was this way. And because it was this way, I did this way. Or I didn't understand. I remember a friend who was leaning toward unity teachings. When she was diagnosed with breast cancer, she could not accept the concept in unity that in some way, consciously and unconsciously, she participated in the disease manifesting in her body. So we know the challenge of that, this accepting responsibility and consciousness. Her position was, what you don't know, and you can't do anything about it, so therefore can't be held responsible for it in any way. This one idea kept her from accepting truth as expressed through unity, the truth. Another example was taught to the Hebrews the idea that certain foods was unclean. This idea was associated with certain people, certain groups of people called Gentiles. And as a result, they were considered unclean. It took a trance, like a dream, for Peter to accept the spiritual idea that anything that God made could not be unclean. You can find the full story in Acts 10. Or take the experience of Paul on the road to Damascus. He firmly believed that this new group of people who called themselves the people of the way needed to be wiped out. Get rid of them. Paul was given authorization to find these men and women in Damascus and take them to Jerusalem as prisoners. While traveling, he was struck by a flash of light and was blinded. Before he was able to see the errors of his ways, he was put into literal, physical darkness. The full story is in Acts 9 if you're interested. My friend did not know, as we are defining the word today, and chose not to know the truth of her spiritual identity. Peter had to face unlearning a lie he had been taught from childhood. Hebrew people were chosen of God and better than anybody else, certainly better than the Gentiles. Now, because of a trance-like dream, he had been changed. There was no difference between him and the so-called Gentiles. He had to unlearn what he had heard all of his life. As for Paul, his darkness in consciousness was so deep, he had to have all distractions removed and be made to go within before he was able to see from a spiritual point of view. Notice each example, one or more of the five senses were uppermost in the thinking process of the thinker. Sight, hearing. The best part of what you don't know is what you are willing to know from what experiences you have from day to day. We know ourselves the best, or at least think we do. The truth is that all we know, that is all we know. Whether in our home or at the place where we volunteer or the place of employment, we have a picture in our own mind of how others show up based on how we respond in the same situation. We want them to respond according to our perception. If a certain thing should be done in the same way for the benefit of all, why doesn't the other person do what's necessary? They're supposed to be doing it. I'm doing it. I know myself, but nobody knows me or sees me in exactly the same way. Say that to yourself. I know myself, but nobody knows me or sees me in exactly the same way. Everybody who knows me had their story of me. Likewise, everybody I know has their own story of themselves. What does this scenario have to say about what you don't know, you don't know? For the truth student, it says there is only one thing that you know for sure. Only one thing. In life, we know one thing only. There is the divine identity of ourselves first, and then the potential for everybody else. Know it for ourselves, know it for the potential of everybody else. The divine identity is embedded in everyone. Praise God. In everyone. The divine identity is embedded as a potential to be discovered by others. None of us know the divine potential of anyone. What we can learn from others is what is manifesting, divine or otherwise. Both are lessons to be learned based on our perception of them and how they actually show up. The challenge for each of us is to take responsibility for our own perception or what we think is the way that person should respond, how they should show up. There's no reason the other person should be responsible in exactly the same way we perceive the situation. No blame, no excuses. We can only take responsibility. Like our three examples, each of them were confronted with their perception of what they did not know. They went full speed ahead. Each of them responded according to the story of themselves and the perception they had of others. Each of them responded from their embedded spiritual identity as they knew it at the time. They teach us lessons to learn about being responsible human beings. Who they were teach us. Who you are teaches others. Who they were teach us. Who you are teach others. Let each of us become more aware of our own embedded spiritual identity and how it informs us of our story and our perception of others and their story of what you don't know, and why. Blessings to everyone. As we gather now for prayer, let us keep in mind our backdrop of the bulb in the background, representing shimmers of light. Shimmers of light that is always present. Present to inform us, educate us, open us to the truth of our spirituality and the opportunity to be responsible. You are invited now to bring that awareness into this circle. To think of those whom you know who are seeking the light according to their understanding, according to the revelation of the Spirit that is embedded in them. Let us bless them, have compassion, and for ourselves, release any blame, let go any excuses, and know that at the core of yourself, there is what is embedded, the light. The light. Bring them now, all of them, and let the light shine. Your light shine. Your light shine, blessing them and seeing them with new eyes, hearing them with new ears, feeling them with new understanding. Feasting together with them. We give thanks for this. Give thanks for all the blessings in the name of the Christ. And now we bring our tithe and our offering to the center of this circle, giving thanks for our giving capacity. As we give, we receive. One experience. As we give, so we receive. We give thanks for the desire to share the bounty of spirit that has flowed to us and through us, blessing all that we do, all that we say, all those who support Unity in Harlem. We give thanks for you and your sharing, and see you receiving 10 times over in your life as you give. We see the words on the screen that we share together every Sunday. I will read them, and then we will say them together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Shall we all know it together? Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. So be it.
A new arrangement of Richard McDecky's My Dedication. Here I am, Lord, use me, guide me, fill me, take me, lead me by your will. Here I am, Lord, answer, I'm open, I listen, I hear you, feel you, move in me, thy will is done through me this day, thy will is done through me this day. Here I am, Lord, I'm closer, humbled, surrendered, lifted, committed to your plan. Here I am, Lord, closer, humbled, surrendered, lifted, committed to your plan. Thy will is done through me this day. Thy will is done through me this day. Thy will is done through me this day. I'm open, I listen, I hear you move and feel you move in me, oh Lord. I'm closer, I'm trusting, I'm listening, I'm open. Here I am, here I am, here I am, here I am. Lifted, lifted, lifted. Here I am. I'm lifted, committed to your plan in me. Thy will is done through me this day. Thy will is done through me. Here I am, Lord. coming closer. My will, your plan. Thank you. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that amazing and really dense message. So much in there. Wow.
Ah,
This new way of seeing things and being responsible for things we don't want to be responsible for. Oops.
thank you, thank you. And thank you to you and everyone who participated in the service today. It's been wonderful being together. And look forward to our conversation later at our fellowship. Please do join us. And now we will have our prayer of protection.
Great.
Uh,
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So now the peace, so let's do the peace song.
Yes.
You have so much to unpack later. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yay, come join us at the Zoom. We have so much to talk about with this message, for goodness sake.